Well, my dear students, welcome back to Sri Guru Independent PU online classes. In the last class, we could discuss the grammar aspects, particularly with verb forms. And today, we are going to discuss unseen passages. What do you have thought about unseen passages? There are a few points to be remembered before going to have about passages in your mind. My dear students, there are 3 points to be remembered before going to study the passages. One is that we must first read the questions. We must read the questions. Number 2, we must read the passage. And number 3, start marking the questions or answers. Answers, not questions. My dear students, why these 3 are important for passage, unseen passages? Because unseen passages are nothing but they haven't been seen by you people earlier. Even you have not studied. So it will be asked from any area. I mean, it will be from culture, art, architecture, or will be from sports or studies or science or any invention, or else then many things are being mixed together. So usually here for first PUC English we have unseen passages for 10 marks. My dear students, it is for 10 marks for your examination point of view. So here first, like the passage can be from any of the areas. I mean, it may belong, it may be from any areas. Let us go through this. I mean, what are the points to be remembered? As I told you people, first you must read the questions so that you can, why you must read the questions? You can save the time. And next, so the second point is you must read the passage, because unless you read the questions, you may not be able to know, yes, what sort of questions are being asked in the passage. Once you know the questions, once you understand the questions, you can be able to read the passage. Of course, the questions are about a particular personality. For example, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It is his biography, and his education. And next, read the passage. So once you read the passage, you will get the clear picture about what it is given over there on the question paper. And next, start marking the answers, because you have gone through already 2 steps. One is you have understood the questions, I mean by reading them or going through them, and the second point is you have gone through the entire passage. And sometimes, like last paragraph, they will be asking you, right, in what way, what is the name of the title, and what is the synonym, what is the antonym. So sometimes it will be given on the question paper itself, like you have to refer, yes, this paragraph, I mean last paragraph or 3rd paragraph. Like that you will be given, but here in these kinds of passages you will not be given, my dear students. So what you need to do is, commonly they will ask you which are being used, which are commonly used vocabulary or lexicons in our day-to-day routine. They are only going to be be asked. Right. Number 3, start marking the answers. So once you get through these 2 points, I believe that third point, start answering, start marking so that you can write the appropriate answers within a stipulated time, prescribed time. Now, let us go to a passage over here, yes, which is completely not known by anyone else. My dear students, so Roman number 4 in your question paper, read the following passage and answer the questions set on it. 10 into 1 equals to 10. Each question carries 1 mark. Well, one of the greatest runners of this country, Murray Halberg, winner of the 5,000 meter race at the Rome Olympic Games in 1960, was almost killed in an accident while playing football, full stop. He was only 16 then, full stop. His left arm was so badly damaged and paralyzed later, full stop. Halberg was born in New Zealand, full stop. After his accident, he gave up football and he took to athletics. In 1951, Arthur Lydiard became his coach, full stop. In 1956, Olympics were to be held in Melbourne in Australia. And Halberg prepared seriously for the 1500 meter race, full stop. But he finished 11 out of 12 runners as he disappointed at the age of 23. He changed a human being into a running machine, full stop. 1960 came to Lydiard, took him to Rome for the Olympics, full stop. Halberg was now 27, the age of which Lydiard had said he would reach his peak as a runner. My dear students, why I read this passage? As I told you, you must understand, you must read the questions first. So why I read it? Because you people can understand what is written on the board first, right? Now, what are the questions which are being asked over here? Right, answer the following in a word, a phrase or a sentence. 24, question number 24. Who won the 5,000 meter race in the Olympic Games in 1960? This is the question. 25. Halberg's arm was injured in dash. A car accident. B, a football game. C, the 5,000 meter race. Next, 26. Which country did Halberg belong to? Question mark. Next, 27. Who was Halberg's coach? Next, 28. How old was Halberg when he went to the 1960 Olympics? Question mark. My dear students, the questions are about whom? Questions are about a football player. Alright? Now, start reading the passage so that we will be able to answer meanwhile. Right? By going through the questions. Right. One of the greatest runners of this country, Murray Halberg, winner of the 5,000 meter race at the Rome Olympic Games in 1960, was almost killed in an accident while playing football. One of the greatest runners of this country, Murray Halberg, winner of the 5,000 meter race at the Rome Olympics, he met with an accident while playing football. So he's there, yes? Then, after this, he was only 16 then. badly damaged and paralyzed later. I mean, his left arm was so badly damaged, so even he was paralyzed later. Hallberg was born in New Zealand. Where he was born? He was born in New Zealand. Full stop. After his accident, he gave up football and he took to athletics. After he met with an accident, he gave up football. He stopped playing football. Yes, entered into athletics. Well, in 1951, Arthur Lydiard became his coach. Who became his coach? Arthur Lydiard. In 1956, Olympics were to be held in Melbourne in Australia. So there was sports, yes, and there was Olympic sports which were held in Melbourne, Australia. And Hallberg prepared seriously for the 1,500 meter race. He prepared very much seriously for 1,500 meter race. But he finished 11th out of 12 runners. He finished it 11th out of 12 runners, as he disappointed because he could not defeat all of them, as he competed, as he had the competition with other people, so he could live with one person in the competition, right? As he disappointed at the age of 23, he changed a human being into a running machine. He changed it. He changed himself, right, from human being into a machine. I mean, he started to practice for his running race. I mean, in order to take part in Olympics. 1960, he came to Lydiard to and took him to Rome for the Olympics. He was taken to Olympics, right, to Rome for Olympics. Hallberg was now 27, the age of which Lydiard had said he would reach his peak as a runner. My dear student, here, now let us go to the questions. Who won the 5,000 meter race in the Olympic Games in 1960? So easy to remember is, where is 1960? You should go through it. Yes, where is 1960? Here it is in 1960. You read the, go back and read the previous words and sentence. What is asked? So who won the 5,000 meters? Who won? Mr. Murray Hallberg won 5,000 meter race at the Rome. Yes. Now the 24th answer is clear. Well, my dear students, going to now 25th question. Hallberg's arm was injured in. You are being given three options here: a car accident, a football game, and C is the 5,000 meter race. So where he was injured exactly? Yes. He was almost killed in an accident while playing football. So we have got the answer here only. Where he met with an accident while playing football, he met with an accident. This is the second one, as this is the first one, right? Murray Hallberg is the first one, and football. While playing football, he met with an accident, right? This is the second answer. So he got injured severely. Fine. Now let us move on to 26th question. Which country did Hallberg belong to? Next, after he got injured, Hallberg yes, his left arm was so badly damaged and paralyzed later. My dear students, so which country did Hallberg belong to? Now, Hallberg was born in New Zealand, so he belonged to New Zealand. Yes, this is the 26th answer. Next, who was Hallberg's coach? After his accident, he gave up football and he took to athletics. In 1951, Arthur Lydiard became his coach. I mean, this would be the fourth. Who? Arthur Lydiard. So Arthur Lydiard was the fourth. Yes, he was the coach. It happens to be the fourth answer, that is 27 according to the question paper. Next, the last one, I mean fifth one, that is 28. How old was Hallberg when he went to the 1960 Olympics? How old was he? Well, in 1956, Olympics were to be held in Melbourne in Australia. Yes. Next, as he disappointed at the age of 23 after losing in Olympics, he changed a human being into a running machine. In 1960, he came to Lydiard, took him to Rome for the Olympics. My dear students, he came again to Rome to play, as a runner in Olympics. So Hallberg was 27, the age of which Lydiard had said he would reach his peak as a runner. My dear students, hope you have, yes, got here the complete, answers of first 5 questions. Now, next, we will go to the next 5 questions. I hope you have understood this passage. First part. Let us move on to the second part now. Well, my dear students, little while ago we had finished first part of the unseen passage, and now let us continue the second segment of this unseen passage. Right, well, my dear students, let us read it, the second segment of the unseen passage. He reached the final of the 5,000-meter race without much effort, full stop. As the final began, all the runners were ready, full stop. The 60,000 people in the stadium never took notice of him, he was far behind them. 8 laps later, he began to overtake the other runners one by one. There were laps for the end of the race, but Hallberg was sprinting with unbelievable strength. The people wondered, doesn't he know how many laps are left? Question mark. It is into double-ended comma. With 2 laps left, Hallberg had a clear 18-meter lead, full stop. 1 lap to go with Hallberg still in the lead, full stop, but he became weak, full stop. His head was rolling from side to side and his teeth were bared in pain, full stop. Hans Grodzki, a German, was catching up Hallberg, full stop. Now, Hallberg was not fighting the others, but only against himself, full stop. His body crying out for rest, full stop. His body said that Brodsky or anyone else, could have the race, full stop, but his mind did not allow the body to win. Well, my dear students, what are the questions given over here? 29 questions. Let us now go through them. In which lap of the race did Hallberg establish a clear lead? 30th question. Who was catching up with Hallberg? Question mark. Hallberg's dash did not allow his body to win. Full stop. Fill in the blank. Add prefix to the word complete to make its antonym. Hallberg was sprinting with unbelievable dash, strong or strength. Well, my dear students, we have gone through now the passage as well as questions. What we have understood from this, from the second part. In the second part, he tried his very level best in order to reach his destination in the Olympics, right? Well, now let us answer these questions. 29. In which lap of the race did Hallberg establish a clear lead? In which lap of the race did Hallberg establish a clear lead? So where is the clear lead? Let us find it out. He reached the final of the 5,000 meter race without much effort. As the final began, all the runners were ready. Full stop. The 60,000 people in the stadium never took notice. Without effort, of course, he moved 5,000 meter race, but no one could notice him, right, in the stadium. He was far behind them. Full stop. 8 laps later, he began to overtake the other runners. 8 laps later. So tracks will be there, right, in the Olympics. They are called as laps, right? And after after completing 8 laps, he began to overtake the other runners one by one. And next, there were laps for the end of the race. But Hallberg was sprinting with unbelievable strength, my dear students. So unbelievable strength, unbelievable in the sense. So here sprinting in the sense covering the long distance in a short time. It was his unbelievable strength that he could try beyond his ability. Yes, fine. The people wondered after he ran very fast. The people wondered, doesn't he know how many laps are left? They started to wonder how many laps are left to cover up his destination. Yes. Next, with 2 laps left, Hallberg had a clear 18-meter lead. My dear students, with 2 laps is the right answer for 29th question. Yes, with 2 laps he could be able to clear 18-meter lead. Alright, next question. Who was catching up with Hallberg? After reading this, after clearing the 18-meter lead, 1 lap to go with Hallberg still in the lead. So he had to cover up 1 more lap. Yes, in order to reach his place and position. But he became weak. Meanwhile, he became weak. So his head was rolling from side to side. Since he had become weak, so his head started to roll from side to side and his teeth were buried in pain. His teeth were paining very seriously. Seriously in the sense he could not tolerate them. Then Hans Brodsky, a German, was catching up. Who was catching up? Hans Brodsky, a German, was catching Mr. Hallberg. This is the answer for 30th question, my dear students. Now moving on to the 31st, Hallberg's dash himself how to overcome the difficulty. Alright, his body cried out for rest. Full stop. His body said that Brodsky or anyone else would have the race. He thought his body was telling that Brodsky or someone else could lead the show or even to move in the race. But his mind did not allow the body to win. I mean, let others to continue in this race. I don't want to move ahead because I am completely fatigued now. I mean, he says that his mind, yes, his mind did not allow. Whose mind? Whose mind did not allow? Yes, the Brodsky's are Handel's. Halberg's mind did not allow. Alright, this is the answer for 31, my dear students. Right? Next, 32nd. Add prefix to the word complete to make its antonym. Antonym of complete is incomplete. This is because you are not to it. It is easier one. Yes. Answer for 32 question. Yes. Answer of 32nd question. Right? Answer for 32nd question. Prefix. Adding some letters at the beginning of a word is called as prefix. Right. Well. Next. Now let us go to 33rd question. Halberg was sprinting with unbelievable dash, strong arm strength. So he was covering up the longest distance, that too in sports or athletics. We find that a person who covers 400 meters or less than that, yes, then we use the word sprinting, my dear students, right, for your kind information, right. So here he was sprinting, I mean, he was going very fast, unbelievably, whether with his strong mind or willpower, or strong mind or willpower, or his strength. So where is the line now? Now look at over here. Come down to where it is 4th line. There were laps for the end of the race, but Halberg was sprinting with unbelievable strength, my dear students. So strength is the right answer for 33 question. Yes. So well, my dear students, hope you have understood this passage. I mean today's passage. It's all about, yes, Olympic runner. I mean who turned from football player to Olympic runner. This is truly great thing that it shows that, particularly this passage shows us how a person can make his ventures from unbelievably into believable things. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video of this unseen passage. Hope all have understood this, and keep watching Sri Guru Independent PU online classes so that it will be more helpful for you people to score highest marks in the examination, particularly for first PUC English. Thank you once again, and we will be continuing with few more grammar aspects in the coming videos.